Sana and Pallavi, many, many congratulations. Sana, a whooping 98 out of 100 in chemistry, and Pallavi, 96 out of 100 in chemistry in the board exams. But yes, I would ask you all, Sana, where did the 2 marks go? And Pallavi, where did the 4 marks go? So, yes, Sana, first you'll speak.
Ma'am, I think I probably lost marks in MCQs because for me, like MCQs have always been a hard section to handle. So I think I have lost marks in MCQs because other than that, the paper was fine for me.
Yes, you used to write such fantastic papers. So proud of you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, word or two with Pallavi. So, Pallavi, you have the same problem also. Where did your 4 marks go? I have no complaints, but just where did your marks go?
So I think in one of the questions I forgot the last step because I completely misunderstood that part. And I think there were a couple of maybe two or three good reasons that were there where I think my answer wasn't to the point because I did have an existing doubt. I knew my keywords were there, but I'm not sure if they were completely correct. So maybe that's where I could have lost marks over there.
Okay, okay, okay. How did you go ahead with the preparation, Sana? If you would tell me, like, it definitely had a lot of hard work, yes, a lot of input. So, what advice will you give to the students who are in the present 12th? Like, how should they prepare themselves to get a score like yours?
Ma'am, I think we like need to be really thorough with the NCRT textbook. Like from what I feel, like most of the questions which were asked in the paper were like exactly to the point from the textbook itself and the back questions as well. So if you are thorough for at least like 12th grade, if you're thorough with the textbook, it's like more than enough to answer all of the questions. And other than that for MCQs, like I checked exemplar and stuff to practice from there. So that's how I took help. And I didn't really take any reference book as such, but I thoroughly again and again revised the NCRT textbook because like I went through past papers as well, but I think NCRT textbook is like the most important. Like we need to be really thorough in that.
Yes, that means every chapter, especially the theory, say the inorganic part or the physical part, where you tend to get a lot of theory questions. You have to be really thorough, line by line. You've got to read. Yes, Sana, that
Yeah.
is the advice. And Pallavi, you
Yes.
have the same to say or something to add on to?
I think I do agree with what Sana said. Being thorough with the NCRT textbook is a must. Like every figure, especially in organic chemistry, every single equation that is given is going to matter because that will really help. And another thing that I would usually face a problem be my the numerical questions because it would be difficult for me to get the answer on point. So a lot of practice for those just really help because these questions used to be quite confusing for me at the beginning. So a lot of practice with those was really, really helpful, especially when I did practice those, I could also fix my calculation errors, which is why I think my answer was kind of coming closer. With every practice test, my answer was much closer to what the actual answer was. Other than that, I think Sana mentioned everything.
Yeah. So, Sana, if I go on to the chapter of solutions, say, coming to the chemistry chapters, solutions and electrochemistry, the numericals were very difficult. And being very, very meticulous in the calculations, even a single step addition mistake, multiplication mistake, division mistake lands you in trouble. You agree with me? So, what did you do? I definitely know you did not make a mistake in those. So, how did you go about, solving those solutions or numericals or electrochemistry numericals, which involves a lot of calculation? So you would
Ma'am, actually
advise the
for
students. Yes, 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 Sana. Go ahead.
Ma'am, actually, for the numerical chapters, I like firstly thoroughly practiced all the textbook questions because I feel the calculations in those questions are like really tough. And like I used to set a timer and start calculating so that like I could finish the calculation in this much time. Because during the exam, we won't have that much time to waste in calculations, right? And during the exam, when I was writing the exam, I first attended like the numerical questions because I knew in the end if I do them, like I would like mostly make a mistake. So like that was one precaution kind of which I took while I was solving like numerical questions in the paper.
Oh,
Other than that, I think practice is like necessary for chemistry numerical questions.
Such a fantastic thing you have told, Sana, that you used to fix a timer and look at your calculations. Wow, that would be a very good advice to all the 12th graders. So, yes, Pallavi, how did you go about like and checking like you did not make a mistake in the numericals? And I think you haven't made a mistake in the numericals.
I don't think so because I remember coming home back from the exam and I was trying to remember, okay, this is what I wrote in the exam, my calculations, and I came home and checked on the calculator. My answers were correct. So thank God they were. And so what I did was that I didn't finish the full calculation. I usually do my calculations, the complete calculations right at the end. So I wrote whatever was necessary, this into this, because in board exams it's very important to write every step from what I've learned. So I was always keeping an eye on the clock, and I was like, okay, I have to keep at least 15 minutes to do all my calculations. Other than the fact that I have to keep at least 15, 20 minutes for me to check the entire paper. So I had a rough column on the side of my paper where I was doing the calculation, and I did my calculation twice, right? I did it in two, three different methods. If there was close calculation and there was an addition, I did it in the way where I would do the multiplication first, then the addition, and I did it another way. I reversed it and I put the value in the question to see if I was getting the values given in the question, all in the 15, 20 minutes I kept for checking, other than the fact that I did my actual calculation in the first 15 minutes.
Oh, okay, okay. So your advice is that to leave spaces where the numericals are and come back to the calculation, in the end. Yes, I think that is
Yeah.
also a very good tip for students. Okay, so like after your board exams, now you all are relaxed. Are you really relaxing or you're preparing for your, let me put it that way. Are you really relaxing or really tense, like where your future lies next? Sana.
Ma'am, actually, like I just attempted the NEET exam a week ago, but I was not completely prepared for it because like I needed to revise the 11th portions like for all physics, chemistry, and like learn the portions which were cancelled for us in those 2 years. So I think I'll mostly take a break here and I'll prepare again for NEET, and I'm hoping to score a good marks in the next NEET and get into a good medical college.
Yes, yes,
That's what I'm
definitely.
planning right now.
Okay, okay. So you have all my best wishes, Sana. So nice to
Thank you,
hear that.
ma'am.
Yeah. And you will definitely make it because since I've known you since a long time, you will definitely do whatever, you dream of. You will definitely be successful.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes. So, Pallavi, have you wasted your time or you have really got more stressed up, during this tenure after your board exams were over?
I think it was a combination of both. I was relaxed after the fact that okay, I'm finally done with school, but there's also there's also some sort of stress behind. Okay, what am I going to do now? How am I going to spend my 5 months preparing for college? So right now there's just a lot of not a lot, but a little bit of stress of I have to do this and I have to do that for college. But other than that, it's pretty much okay. Not that relaxed, not too stressed out. So in the middle.
Okay. So, Sana, coming to you once again, did you know that you would get 98 or did you do a calculation, come home and do a calculation, nay, I will hit probably a 98, 99. Anything went on in your head after the exam?
No, ma'am. No,
Uh,
ma'am. Actually, like for all the papers, I am like a really stressed out person. Like I've always really stressed. So after the exam, I did not come and check any of the answer papers or whatever like were released by the I don't know anyone, because I was like I'll get more stressed for the next exam and I won't be able to focus on preparing for that. So I did not really check the results. I thought like I don't know. I thought I'll get in a good range, but I didn't like check answer by answer how much I like did correct or wrong. So yeah, and I think it's better to not check because you get like really stressed out and then you need to wait for 1 month for CBSE to release the results. So I
okay.
think yeah, I just left it to God. Like whatever He does, it's fine.
Yeah.
That's like
So, yeah, you maintain your cool, you don't cross-check your answers. Jo hoga,
yeah,
so hoga, because you know in your heart to heart, you have done well. Yes?
yeah.
Mm, that's good. That's good. So, Pallavi, what about you? You could predict your kind of marks, like मुझे इतना आना चाहिए, आना शायद आ जाएगा.
I had a certain score in mind. Okay, I might get this much, but usually I'm not very confident about my judgment, unfortunately. But I had a thing that, okay, yes, I'm definitely getting above 95 no matter what happens because I know what I've done and I know what I've written. And I also came out of the hall and the questions I had a doubt in, I either Googled them or went through the textbook and they looked to be correct. So I knew, okay, I know I'm going to get above this much. I don't know how much I'm going to get above this much. Maybe I'll get a 97 or 98. I scored a 96 and so I kept, okay, maybe it's those questions which I had a doubt in, probably that's where I lost. But yes, I did have a certain range in mind.
Okay, okay. So, Sana, a last word of advice from you for all the students who are preparing for the 12th board exam.
I feel like the time you study doesn't matter, like how many hours you're studying for, but with how much focus you are studying. Like I have seen people who like study for hours, but they're not completely focused on it. So I feel like even if you study for 2 or 3 hours a day, you need to be completely focused when you do that, and you need to keep taking breaks in between or spend time with your family so that you do not like lose your like confidence and you become really stressed. So I think that's really important to take breaks and stay focused whenever you are studying. Yeah.
Okay, okay, that was a really nice bit of advice. Yes, Pallavi, the same question to you. Like, what piece of advice would you like to give to the, present 12th standard students? How should they use these present months? How should they use it so that, they land up with a score like you, Sana, and many more, who have done well? Okay.
It's just that you have to work really hard, and it's very important to follow the advice of your teachers because they do know what they're doing. And if they're saying that, okay, maybe you're weak in this place, definitely do work on it. My teacher really pushed me really, really hard, and it is because of her a lot that I got 96. And you keep on practicing, and like Sana said, if you even if you're studying for 2 hours, be really focused. Keep your mind where it is and just go through everything properly. Practice whatever you need to because you will understand yourself best that I need to do this. If your strength is organic chemistry, of course, practice that and make sure that you try to get 100 in that. But even if you're weak in inorganic, don't ignore that. Uh, Try to work on it and try to get to the best you can. But definitely just work hard and focus and follow and do whatever your teacher says because she knows what she's doing. He or he
Okay.
knows
Okay.
what they're doing.
Okay.
Definitely.
So, Sana, did you make a chart or something for organic chemistry? You did not.
I had a formula book of sorts, ma'am, for chemistry separately, where I wrote like all the important reactions and like the formulas as well. Because I feel like last minute when you're going to the exam center, you need to have something in your hand, with which you can like revise all the important points quickly. So I think that's actually really important. Like last minute revision material is like a necessity to like you're really stressed also at that point of time. So
Yes.
it's better that you like revise thoroughly from that short note.
Okay. And Pallavi, how about you? Did you have a notebook? Did you have a chart? What did you have? Uh, that last minute revision which you had to do. How was it for you?
For me, my last year revision again was just I had, especially for organic chemistry, I wrote down every single equation so I could just go through them. And the ones which were extremely important, those were kept separate, so going through that, having a formula sheet and just going through that last minute. And then this important points in different places. I actually had two sets of textbooks, so that's why I could use one and I could highlight whatever was extremely important so when I was going through it last minute, I would just go through those important points, and that just really helped me at the end moment.
Okay. Sana, one more thing. I'm so curious to know, did you read the NCRT books line by line at any point of
Yeah, ma'am, for chemistry. Yeah, for chemistry, I read
time?
like especially organic. I like read it line by line.
Yes, yes, yes. Pallavi, you too?
Yes.
How
There's
many
so much
times?
reward.
How many times? Once, twice, thrice? Just try and tell so that the other students can hear, learn something from you all. How many times did you go through NCRT? Be true. Be true.
I,
Once, twice,
I
thrice.
think I definitely went in twice at least.
Sana,
Ma'am, I
what
think
would
for me, I have went through it way more times, like read it really thoroughly because I cannot remember things when I just read them at once. So I think 2 to 3 times I must have read it at least.
Wow. See, that is very important that you read line by line. And what about before the school exams, chapter wise? You had to read it line by line, especially with the MCQs around now. In between lines could have been asked. Yes. So yes, see the advice for all the incoming, or the students who are going to appear 12 board exam is that you are to read the NCRT book line by line and probably sit with a highlighter or some pen where you could highlight the important laws, especially. You had to by heart the laws, na? Agreed, na? Rush law. Yes, Faraday's laws. Yes, yes. So that's very important also. Thank you so much, Sana and Pallavi, and wish you the very best of luck for your future endeavors. Okay?
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.